Hello, it's me again, Emily. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's reading, we'll be doing a collective reading on the main energy of 2022 for the collective, or just what we need to know about the year of 2022 as a whole. I didn't want to do a card today. I didn't feel like it was necessary, so I thought, why not do a collective reading instead? Alright, so if you'd like a more in-depth personal reading, my Calendly link is down in the description box, along with my Instagram account and my email address if you would like to send me an email. And don't forget to like, comment, tell me what you thought of this reading, and subscribe to see more from me and to support my channel. So this is going to be the last reading I upload until January. I may do some mini readings here or there because I might want to come back to the channel, but we'll see anyway how that goes. And if I don't upload anytime soon, then I hope you have a nice Christmas and a happy new year. Okay, so let's get into this reading. So I pre-shuffled some oracle cards and I'll just shuffle the tarot cards live. I wasn't going to write any messages, but while I was shuffling this Earth Magic Oracle deck, the messages just came flooding in. So I was thinking about the grounding card in this deck, with the tree grounding card in this deck, and I kept hearing stand your ground, stand your ground. So I was like, okay, this may be a message, so I wrote it all down. So I wrote here, as a collective, it's important to stand your ground in 2022. Sometimes you have to be unwavering. This is about trusting yourself and building a relationship with yourself. If you struggle with standing your ground, 2022 is an opportunistic year to do this. It may feel foreign to say no, I need space, I don't want to see you again, etc. But the more you do it, the more comfortable it will feel. Yeah. So all that I got from the tree grounding card, even though I didn't see it. I didn't see any of the cards while I was shuffling, or before I wrote these messages. But when I was shuffling, one of the cards from the deck flew out and it just reinforced what I wrote down here. So I'll just shuffle some tarot decks and we'll see what other messages we can get for the collective energy in 2022. What do the collective need to know about 2022? 2022 is all about building connections. Wow, yeah, building connections. The Three of Chalices and the Two of Cups. Excuse me. Yeah. Two chalices, two cups, and the Three of Pentacles. Okay, yes. So as a collective, it's like we'll be growing closer into like this closer knit community. So it's almost like saying, find your community, find your people, so that it's not going to feel like you're in this alone. It's not going to feel like you have to stand alone. So when you find your people, you can find strength in your people. You can find strength in your connections. You can find strength in who you work with, in your friendships, in your family. You know, because it will be reciprocal. We have two people holding hands, and it's like their energy flowing into these two cups. Therefore, it's like a meeting of minds, a meeting of hearts, a meeting of souls, and it's not going to feel like you are working against each other or you're not connecting in any way. It's about building connections, nice, safe, strong connections that will last for a while, because we have Three of Pentacles. The Pentacle suit is a long-lasting suit. It's not a suit where they work for a while and then just leave it behind. It's a suit where it's, okay, we have work to do, and it's going to take as long as it takes. We are here for you for the long term, no matter how long it takes. Oh, that's nice. The Fool, yeah. The year 2022 is about taking risks, it's about being, I'm hearing the words being naive. So if you're the sort of person who thinks a lot, thinks a bit too much before doing something, if you're the type of person who lets emotions get in the way before making a move, I feel like it's important to make moves in 2022 for the collective, just so that you're getting somewhere. Because it's almost like if you don't start somewhere, how are you going to get anywhere? You know? Because help. You'll have help if you ask for it. Because it's all about building connections. It's about taking risks on certain connections in the year 2022. You know, and then we have death, rebirth. Yeah. It's gonna okay, it's looking like a big change will be happening in 2022. It's all about embracing change. The Fool embraces change, sometimes naively, sometimes it's just like, okay, if I don't make a move now, when am I going to move? It's all about starting something new from the ground up with the Three of Pentacles. What are you willing to start in 2022, collective? Because I feel like it's an important year for that, you know. And then we have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, the Queen of Cups ties in well with the Fool, because it's almost like holding your hands up to progress. Sometimes you can't force things to go a certain way. Sometimes we just have to be like, you know what, it is what it is. If it goes one way, then it goes that way. If it goes the other way, then it goes the other way. I'm just going to trust that this is the path for me. I am just going to trust that this is for my highest good, for the collective too. Because not all change is good, but I'm seeing that this change is good. I did write stand your ground though. Of course, with the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Cups allows things to happen. She doesn't force things to go her way, but sometimes it's important to put a boundary up. The Queen of Cups is the queen of of her emotional world, and it's just about knowing yourself, knowing what you accept, knowing what you can allow in your life. So it's like sometimes stand your ground, but then other times it's okay to just let things flow and be in touch with your emotions as well. Yeah, because we do have the Two of Cups as well. This is an emotionally open card, and so is the Queen of Cups. So for the collective, it's important to be open emotionally and not let things slide. It's like once you feel something, oh, why am I feeling this? Where does this come from? How can I work with what I'm feeling? How can I not? It's important not to dampen things down. It's about exploring it with the Fool. The Fool is no stranger to exploring new territory. So if new emotions tend to pop up, it's like, okay, what does this mean? Where am I feeling this? Where in my body am I feeling this? Is it in my heart space? Is it in my stomach area? Is it in my shoulders? You know, because you can hold emotions in various parts of your body. It's not just an emotion that you feel. Especially if you dampen down these emotions, it can go to your shoulders where you feel like really stiff. It can go into your joints just into your joints, or like you're hunched over, something like that. It shows as physical signs. So be aware of your emotional world in 2022. All right, hope that made sense. Let's see what we have here. Because when change happens, sometimes we just can't do anything about it. I don't know why I'm hearing this song, but it's a Lamar song, The Weight of the World. It feels like the weight of the world to have the angels turn their backs on me. I don't know if that will mean anything to anyone, but if you'll be interested, it's called The Weight of the World by Lamar, Lemar. Haven't listened to Lamar in years. Let's see. Okay, there we go. The Knight of Swords. Yeah. So it's like if some kind of foreign feelings pop up, and it's like, okay, what is this? What do I feel? I've never felt this before. Write it all down. The Knight of Swords is writing here. Sometimes it's beneficial to write things down, and sometimes it's beneficial to talk to someone. But if it's whatever makes you feel comfortable, do what makes you feel comfortable, like the Queen of Cups. What makes you feel comfortable? And then we have the Four of Wands. This is about your home life. So it seems like home life will be an important aspect of your 2022 for the collective. So we have friendships, we have connections with friends, we have work, and we have home. So basically your connections are going to be a strong influence in 2022. It's all about creating a solid home. Maybe redecorating is something that some of you would like to be doing. It's just doing an overhaul. It could be an overhaul in your emotional world. So if you're the type of person, as I was saying before, who dampens down their emotions, challenge yourself to feel it through, to explore your emotional world, your emotional landscape. If you're the sort of person who overthinks certain changes, who doesn't take leaps very often, challenge yourself to take risks. If you're the type of person who struggles with making new friends or connecting with others, challenge yourself to make new friends. Go out there and put yourself out there to make new friends. It's all about making new connections. The Magician. Yeah, because I feel like things will go in a good direction as long as you are able to, yeah, we have the Magician and the Queen of Cups. Take control when you need to take control, but sometimes you can't control how things happen. So when you need to relinquish control and when you need to take control of your situation and do your best with what you have, you know. Eight of Pentacles, do your best with what you have, work with what you have, because it's like creating something better than you did before. Even if it's by yourself or with others, collaborating with others, receiving help from your friendship group, from your family, you know. It's just important not to do this alone. Alright, so let's go deeper into this, shall we? I'll just drink some water. Alright, let's go deeper. So we have in the world, not of the world. And we have against the grain. We have a lot of water in this reading. So it's important to really explore your emotional world. Don't be afraid to dive deep, because that's where the real gems are. Because what's the use in holding on to certain issues, onto certain feelings, when you can just feel it and release it, let it go, so you can move on to the next thing and not feel held back by these emotions, by what's happening in the world, you know. It must be the weight of the world, as I spoke about before. Maybe this is to do with the news and what's going on in the world, or what's going on in the news, stuff like that. And it's not allowing the bad news to hold you back, to waylay your plans, because we have against the grain here. This person is swimming against the current, maybe swimming away from responsibility, swimming away from what no longer serves this person. So it's like going against what others think you should be doing, within reason, basically. You have to do what's best for you, basically, collective. Listen, follow your intuition. We have so many fish in this reading, plus water. It's all about your psychic abilities, your intuition, plus your emotional depth. Yeah, the third eye is highlighted in this card, and it's just about being free. Even though there's a load of restrictions, how can you find your own freedom? Okay, that's a good message there. Because we do have birds in this water as well. Birds are free, they can fly wherever they want to. So where do you want to go? What do you want to do in 2022, collective? How can you find your own freedom? And then we have summer solstice radiance. We have fairies, earth magic. Yeah, I'm kind of getting here to find your light. In the midst of darkness, find your light. So it's like, how can you express yourself in 2022? Because it seems like maybe at some point it'll be difficult to express yourself the way you want to express yourself. But it's like once you find your way, you'll be on your way. With against the grain, it's almost like saying what's yours and only yours, and follow that, because we can't all do what everyone else is doing. It's been difficult. It's been a difficult 2 years. So what are you going to do to find your freedom, to find your light, to find your spotlight? This fairy is underneath a spotlight. And it's kind of like, find your light, find your best side, I'm hearing. Find your best side, if that makes sense. Yeah, because we do have the summer solstice radiance. This is about being the best you that you can be. This is about expressing yourself and being yourself too. Don't dim your light for anyone. You have to shine through. And then we have mountain strength. This is the card that I pulled after I wrote these messages, after I said stand your ground. And this is basically a card of standing your ground. It's like, the more you stand your ground, it's the further you can go in 2022. We have against the grain. This person is going against the grain because this person stood their ground and didn't listen when someone says, no, you can't go that way, you can't fulfill this ambition that you have. But this person is going to do it anyway, against others' wishes. What do you wish to do in 2022, collective, that you haven't been able to do in a while? Maybe a holiday is in order with this summer card here, summer solstice. It's just about doing what's best for you. Okay, I'm hearing the words, keep checking in with yourself in 2022. Keep asking yourself, what do I want? What can you do to get it? And make your way to it. Make plans first, I'm hearing too. Make plans and then just do it. Do it by yourself if you have to. Make plans for yourself and go towards it, or collaborate with those who have the same vision as you and go with them. Oh, that's nice. And then what other messages do we have with the numerology deck? So we have healing. Yeah, as I was saying, 2022 is going to be a healing year. So this is all about really checking your emotional state. We have blue here. There's a lot of water in this card, so with the added blue here, this is all about finding, yeah, we have 6-6 as well. This is about finding your calm, finding your, I'm hearing the word inner sanctuary. This is all about bringing past emotions to the surface so you can work through it all. This isn't about dampening down one emotion after the other. This is all about bringing it all up and working through it. You can work through it with a counsellor. You can work through it with your friends. You can work through it with writing in a journal. You can work through it by whatever it looks like for you. You can just work through it for yourself. Okay, and then we have synchronicity. You may meet people who are on the same wavelength as you, who like the same things as you, who have a similar style with you, collective. And it's important to find your people so that you're not feeling out of place in your relationships. It's not about, well, yeah, it's about finding your, I want to say the word soul family, but it's like your friends can be your family too, and that isn't something to be ashamed of, because not all family is healthy for you. So it's like sometimes your friends can take the place of your family, and that's okay. So it's like, find your people who really match who you are as a person, who has the same values as you. And it may feel like you have a lot of deja vu, something like that, but it'll be healing experiences to be around these people because they're so similar to you. Alright, yeah, okay, so let's look at the tea leaf cards. We have Tulip, Great Passion. Yeah, we have some solstice cards here, which is the sun, which is all about passion and doing what makes you feel most alive. Yeah, going against the grain, as well as the Fool. We have the Magician. So it's all about what makes you feel most alive in 2022, and go towards that, and don't allow anyone to stop you, basically. Within reason though, if there's many restrictions, and obviously you can't do it, but it's just about what do I want and how can I get there. Younger man, dealings or relationships with a younger man. So maybe some of you will have great passion with a younger man. And we have Quill, get back to basics. Yeah, get back to basics with your healing. Yeah, the basics may seem difficult because it's like you're going back, and then it's like working through your healing from there, and then it's like working from a clean slate once you feel better within yourself, collective. So it's like you're feeling like this is a random message, but it's like feeling like a newborn baby who just is hungry or tired, or obviously it's more complicated than that, but it's like just going back to basics in that way, because you won't have those complicated emotions bottled up inside. So it's like so much easier to access yourself and so much easier to access others. So it's about making life simpler for yourself. And then we have handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. Wow. Wow, we have the Two of Cups and handshake. I don't recall this card actually, but yeah, handshake and Two of Cups. So this is about meeting people who are synchronized with you, who likes the same things as you, who have scintillating conversations that you're actually interested in. You could be meeting people online, could be meeting people in person. There's just so many different ways to meet people these days. It's just being open to meeting new people. As I was saying before, if you're a shy person and you're scared of meeting new people, for instance, it's about putting yourself out there and not letting fear get in the way of you meeting new people. And then we have dogs, getting together with friends. Yeah, so friendship is important in 2022. The people you're surrounded with will be very important for you in 2022. So if you need help, ask a friend or your friends, because it just seems like I'm hearing the words people having your back. So it's like when people want to help you, embrace that help. Like the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups will embrace help. But if it's no good for you, then it's like no. Put that boundary in place. And then we have Vine, seek out information that will help you. Help is out there for you. You just have to seek it, ask for it. Or it's like, okay, when the student is ready, a teacher will appear. That's the message I was hearing right there, because it's kind of like we're all connected. So it's, as I was saying before, with the in the world not of the world, the third eye is open, and it's a very intuitive year. So in that way, we're all connected because our channels will be open. Yeah, and it's like as I was saying before, it's like because you're not going to be too shy to open yourself up to meet new people. That's how the right people can come into your life, because you're opening up yourself to them. You're opening your aura, you're opening your posture, your body language to meet new people. So it's important to meet new people in 2022 when you can, because it seems like your people are out there, your community is out there, help is out there waiting to be sought, you know. Well, let's see what other extra messages we can get before we end this reading. So okay, yeah, so basically, all in all, do what's best for you in 2022. Keep your channels open so that you can connect with new people. Ask for help when you need it. It's all about being your true, authentic self. And how can you get to that point? It's all about digging deep and bringing up old emotions to the surface so you can work through it all. It's about standing your ground and not feeling fearful about standing your ground and going against the grain, and embracing change too, because it seems like there'll be a lot of changes happening in 2022. Yeah, it's been a lot in 2021 of a lot of change, and not necessarily good change, a lot of bad change, but it's the way of the world. Changes happen, so it's all about how we process those changes How we deal with those changes is what's important. How are you going to cope with those changes, collective? Because it's important not to let these changes get the better of you. That's why it's important to be open emotionally with yourself and not hide from your emotions. All right, yeah, so that's what I'm seeing for the collective message. I'll just reread these messages and that'll be the end of your reading. So collective, as a collective, it's important to stand your ground in 2022. Sometimes you have to be unwavering. This is about trusting yourself and building a relationship with yourself. If you struggle with standing your ground, 2022 is the opportunistic year to do this. It may feel foreign saying no, I need space, or I don't want to see you again, etc. But the more you do this, is the more comfortable it will feel. Alright, so those were the messages for you, collective. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Let me know in the comments section. Yeah, so this will be my last reading for the channel until January, unless I decide to do some small readings. I hope you have a nice Christmas and a happy new year. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye!